Right guys, welcome back to the channel, and today I want to talk about a load of issues and why I'm done with Games Workshop battle reports. I've been a little bit bored of filming battle reports for a while. Trying to find the motivation is very difficult, and I have made some thoughts about going to a more hobby focused channel rather than a battle report channel. Truth is, I can't keep up with the likes of Tabletop Titans, Tabletop Tactics, things like that. I work full time, and essentially this is a hobby for me. But it's been getting harder and harder to keep up with the rules and the changes and the complexities, in particular some of the codexes in 40k. And there's been two incidents today from Games Workshop that's really kind of made me make my mind up that I'm not going to do battle reports the way that I used to. I am not enjoying filming the game and not enjoying editing the games as much as what I used to. So you'll still get some battle reports. They'll just be vastly condensed over what they currently are, so nowhere near as many dice rolls. Sort of more summary battle reports like what I used to do when I first started. But the two incidents that happened today are just, it's more things on top of the things that the community seems to be annoyed at GW over anyway. So the whole incident, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, regarding the YouTube animators. I know they've gone after some 3D printing sites, and I can't remember the name of it, but there was a rumour that one of them had been completely shut down. Different discussion. Warhammer Plus seems, I don't know, a bit of a cop out. And today, two incidents. One, they posted a MetaWatch article. Now, a MetaWatch article is where they discuss the current meta of Warhammer 40,000. And in that article, they were talking about a Blood Angel player who used the stratagem Upon the Wings of Fire. Now, Upon the Wings of Fire states that you select a core jump pack unit and remove it from the battlefield, and you can replace it in your next movement phase. And they stated in the article that it was used on a Sanguinary Ancient. Now, if you don't know what a Sanguinary Ancient is, Sanguinary Guard are the golden guys that you normally see a lot of Blood Angel players running. They'll either run them or Death Company. And the Ancient is the banner bearer for them, and he buffs them a little bit. So a lot of people do use him, and the article said that basically the player, bearing in mind that this was an official GW tournament, the player used Upon the Wings of Fire to remove the Ancient from the battlefield, stop it being killed, and obviously scored further victory points by redeploying at the following turn. Now, that's fine. The issue with that is that the Ancient is not a core unit. Doesn't have the core keyword, he's a character, so he cannot use that stratagem. Now, they've put that in an official article regarding competitive play at one of their events. Now, if it was just an article in passing talking about, Blood Angels can do this, and they maybe missed it, fine, fair enough. But it was in a competitive article, and that should not happen. Now, on the flip side of that, the incident question never even happened. So I've just checked on the website. They've actually edited the article and never mentioned it. So there's the old one there, and here's the new one. So the person that they were referencing in the article has been trying to defend himself on their Facebook page about people calling him out as a cheater. And he's saying that he went to go and do it, but then realised, and in the actual game it didn't happen. So he's being basically called out by keyboard warriors and stuff, and he's having to defend himself, and that's not fair for him. And that is Games Workshop's fault. Now, I don't like that at all. I don't like competitive play. See my other video regarding that. But for me, that was Games Workshop saying that you can do something when you can't in a competitive scene. Quite frankly, it makes them look a little bit silly. Something else that makes them look a little bit silly is all of these Age of Sigmar FAQs that they've dropped earlier today as well. Now, Age of Sigmar 3.0 introduced a lot of new stuff to try and keep track of. In addition to that, obviously they dropped all the FAQs when 3.0 came out. Now they've changed quite a lot of different things, quite drastically as well. So the main one that affects us is, if you watch the channel for a while, you know that Lucy loves her Sylvaneth army. Now, the big thing that's up for debate with Sylvaneth is the Wildwoods. So the Wildwoods changed when we got the 2nd edition Battle Tome, okay? Not a problem, deal with it, that's it, cool. Now, the War Scroll was updated in one of the Broken Realms books, which came out about 3 months ago, I think. Okay, cool, deal with that, yeah, cool, nice. Then, they FAQ'd that and changed it again. Then, they wrote the 3rd edition FAQ for the Sylvaneth Battle Tome and to change the Wildwoods yet again. And then today, we're in August, I think Dominion came out in June. So 2 months later, we're all of a sudden got another FAQ, which has also changed them again. And this time it's completely removed the Navigate the Realm routes ability to be able to be used by Sylvaneth. The last FAQ removed it from their allegiance abilities, but said to reference the Wildwood War Scroll. Now it's been removed entirely. And they've removed a key part of the way that Sylvaneth work. But the issue is, why has there been 5 iterations of a War Scroll for a piece of scenery in 3 or 4 months? There's been 5 different versions. Now, that is just for a scenery piece for one army, right? They've been doing loads of other changes with other armies and stuff as well, to a similar extent. So Marathi, for example, Heartrender used to be -2. The Marathi book came out, it was -1. They FAQ'd it to -2. They released 3rd edition and didn't FAQ the Battle Tome back to -2, but then they FAQ'd it today back to -2. 4 changes, 5 iterations of the Heartrender. Why? Why does it need to be like this? Quite frankly, it's a really big annoyance that Games Workshop won't proofread their rules and FAQs. If they proofread the rules properly in the first place, you wouldn't need all these FAQs. And for me, as a YouTuber who does this semi-professionally, I can't keep up with the amount of rules changes that they're releasing. If you consider, obviously, we've got several armies, and then you multiply that by like 1.5 because we've got, more 40k armies than that. They're changing so much, so quickly, that I can't make content to release because by the time I release it, it's already outdated. So, perfect example, the Death Guard versus Admech book that I did with Ian, they FAQ'd it straight after, I filmed it with Ian, and 3 days later they FAQ'd it. It's just like, well, should I even bother editing it? The battle report I put out last week with Lucy, we used Flesh Eaters versus Archeon the Everchosen. That, fair enough, it's been out a week, but that's changed completely now because the Eye of Shirian. And it's really, really frustrating and demoralising. And that's why I won't be doing battle reports the way that I used to be doing them. I'm certainly not going to do as many as I used to do. I'm going to be concentrating on the hobby and doing hobby videos. So I'm really frustrated. I'm still going to play games. I'm not going to film them because I need to get back to enjoying the game. And I still enjoy the hobby. I love the hobby, guys. I really do. But for me, I'm tired of trying to keep up. Now, imagine how your casual player feels. Someone who just goes down the club to throw some dice once a week, maybe once a fortnight or something, and all of a sudden all of their rules are wrong. Someone saying, oh no, it's this, but then somebody remembered that it was that one. Oh, but no change yesterday, and it's like, it's too much. They need to slow down, or just do it right in the first place. Let me know what you guys think, though. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? If you do disagree with me, let me know why, and I'd be interested to find out what your thoughts are on that.